Somebody has to have the baby, and then somebody has to raise the baby. That's how it goes in real estate. And that's great because all of a sudden you can affect change. You can affect an increased NOI. If you understand that every deal you do, we have probably over 30 different LLCs, 25 unit, 12 unit, 156 unit. We just bought a 4 unit, closed on 63. We're selling 18 this month. All of them, if you can think of it as each deal is an individual cash generating machine. You're buying a future stream of revenue from every single property you own. And the way we look at it is our KPIs or our key performance indicators, something that I didn't have at the restaurant, because if you can't measure it, then you can't manage it. I wasn't measuring very much at the restaurant. But all of a sudden here, our KPIs are PPU. We want profit per unit. That's why we're not really high on syndication, unless we can put a lot of our own money into it. We want to be able to buy a property, reposition it, and then affect at least $250 to $300 in profit per unit. That's what we're looking for.
Cash flow profit?
That's cash flow profit after all of the bills. And that's what we're doing. Last month, we hit a little over $275 per door on our portfolio. But you have to buy them properly and you have to manage them properly. And what you said about it, if you go into the business, I don't care what you're buying. If you're buying a single family home, if you're buying a self-storage facility, if your self-storage looks more like a business, but it's the same concept. Mobile home parks, retail, you are buying businesses. And once you understand that, it's pretty cool because then you can implement systems and processes, and you can scale those businesses and you can add employees and you can start growing the portfolio properly. When it was just Jake and Gino and we're running around and we have, 2 deals, we have 2 resident managers, that inflection point for us was our third deal. We bought our first deal in January of 2013. In July of 2013, we bought our second deal. It was a 25 unit, then a 36 unit. So we've got about 60 units. We're managing it ourselves because we don't know what the hell we're doing. We want to save on the property management fees. And Jake wants to get out of his job day to day. So, hey, let's make 6% of the gross revenue. Jake, you take it as a property management fee. We'll control it. We like to learn. We're kinesthetic learners. We learn by doing. And then all of a sudden, February 14th of 2014, we closed on 136 units. We had a really great business partner who had a strong balance sheet. He actually lent us $500,000 as part of the down payment for this deal. We got up to 200 units. All of a sudden, we don't know what the hell we're doing. We're like, we need to hire property managers. We can't be cutting the grass. We have to property's 80% occupied. We got 40 vacants. What do we do? And game was on, but everything changed from there. And if you can understand that when you get into real estate, you need to have the operations side and the asset management side. So you're property managing the property, which is the customer service, the customer journey, the customer experience, the outward facing. Then you have the asset management side where you're actually running the budgets. You're talking to investors. And for us, we were wearing both hats because we were managing the properties and we were also asset managing for ourselves. We didn't have investors. But if you can separate and delineate those two functions, and if you're doing it yourself, great. But they're different because when you're talking to your residents and you're talking to your property managers and your maintenance techs, that's one thing. But when you're trying to create owner draws and you're trying to create profitability, that's another thing. They need to learn how to work together to be able to be profitable in this business.